I am so excited for this video. I'm gonna share with you 10 cake mix hacks, and these are perfect for your 4th of July get-togethers. We go all out on 4th of July, and it's all about the food. Getting together with friends and family and celebrating the 4th of July is really wonderful, and having awesome food there is even better. So I'm gonna share with you 10 cake mix hacks. They are super easy and so delicious. I love making them. And these ones are all so perfect for 4th of July. So let's get going into these 10 cake mix hacks perfect for 4th of July. This recipe is going to be on repeat this summer for you. I just know it because it is amazing. I have a yellow cake mix. I have 2 eggs and 1/3 cup of vegetable oil. This is going to be the base for chocolate chip cookies. And once I get this batter mixed up, I'm going to add this into a muffin tin pan into kind of balls. And then once these are done and cooked, I'm going to add a Reese's peanut butter cup to these. Oh my gosh, these are absolutely amazing. They are so tasty. So now I'm going to add in some chocolate chips. I use mini chocolate chips. I had 1/2 cup of mini chocolate chips. You can use regular chocolate chips if you would like. So here is my chocolate chip cookie base. And now that I have that done, I have my muffin tin lined with my silicone little muffin liners. So I'm just going to put a scoop of the dough into each little liner. I'm going to bake these in the oven at 350 for 10 to 12 minutes. And this is going to make about 2 dozen cookies. Now here they are out of the oven, and here are my Reese's miniature cups. So I have them all unwrapped, and I'm just gonna push down into the center of the cookie. And so the cookie just comes around the Reese's peanut butter cup, and it just is so good. These are a huge hit. You can take these to barbecue parties, your 4th of July party, of course. Everyone will love them. I have a lemon cake mix. This is going to be 2 ingredients and 2 ingredients only. I have lemon pie filling, and I am going to be making some lemon bars. These are really great, a really awesome summer dessert, really perfect for 4th of July. So I'm just going to mix this nice and slow so that it doesn't splatter around the powder of the cake mix, but just mix this all together. It's going to be a little on the sticky side. But it is really so good. So I have my 9x13. I'm going to give it a spray. My oven is preheated to 350 degrees. So now I'm going to add this batter in. 2 ingredients, so simple. And I really love lemon desserts, especially in the summertime. Lemon desserts are just so refreshing and so delicious. So I'm just spreading this out nice and flat. And like I said, it's a little sticky, but just spread it out the best that you can. I'm going to bake this in the oven for about 25 to 30 minutes, and then it will be all done. Here it is. It is cooled for a few minutes. Now I'm going to dust it with some powdered sugar, and it's just like a lemon bar. So let these firm up before you cut them, and they are so good. Perfect for summertime. I'm starting this one off with a box of yellow cake mix. This is going to be an oatmeal cake, an oatmeal cookie. So I have some old-fashioned oats. I'm going to add in my old-fashioned oats. I'm doing 2 cups. So this makes a nice big batch. And I always like to make big batches because these are a huge hit. They go really fast. I have 1/2 cup of sugar. I have my eggs. I'm doing 2 eggs. I am using 1 cup of vegetable oil. And then I will give this all a mix. You can add in some extras to this if you'd like. I'm going to, once I have this all mixed up, I'm going to add in some mini M&Ms. This is just perfect for summertime. My kids love M&Ms, so adding them into cookies is always really fun and really great for any kind of summer barbecue parties you have, 4th of July parties. So I'm going to add in these M&Ms. You can add in raisins if you want, regular M&Ms. I love these little mini ones though. Give us a stir. You can add in chocolate chips if you want. So the sky's the limit on add-ins. I have my baking mat lined cookie sheet, and then I like to use a cookie scoop when I'm making my cookies so that they're all the same size and that they cook evenly. So this is going to make a nice big batch. It's going to make about 3 dozen for this batch. Roll them up, bake them in the oven at 350 for about 10 to 12 minutes. Super quick and easy, and these are a huge hit. Look how good they turn out. They're so good. I have another 2 ingredient dessert here. So I have angel food cake, which we absolutely love angel food cake. And then I have a can of crushed pineapple. So it's two things. Give it a mix and it's going to be nice and fluffy. So this mixture is going to be like so light. Look how light and fluffy it is. And once I have this all mixed together, I'll put this into my baking dish. I have my oven preheated to 350 degrees also. But 2 ingredients. Put this in. You don't need to spray your pan for this. It does not stick. So that's great also. So add this all into my baking dish. You can top this one with some powdered sugar if you like at the end, or some whipped cream when you serve it. But this is so good. Look how great it turns out. It's a really awesome summer dessert. I have a yellow cake mix, which I start mine off a lot with yellow cake mix. They're so versatile. I have some vanilla instant pudding. I'm adding that in. This is going to be a bundt cake, and it's going to be a rum bundt cake, which is absolutely perfect for your 4th of July parties and any summer gathering get-togethers. This one is a huge, huge hit. I really do probably make this one the most out of a lot of my different bundt cake recipes. I'll put the recipe for this in the description box. But I have 4 eggs. I have a 1/4 cup of rum. I'm using 1/2 cup of oil as well. I have some water, 1/2 cup of water. Give this a mix. So I am making the cake part first for this rum cake, and then I will add this into my bundt pan. But give this a nice good mix everything together. Just mixes really easily. You don't even have to get your mixer out, which I love. So just a bowl and a spoon works great. So once I have this all mixed, I have my bundt pan. I'm going to spray my bundt pan with some cooking spray, and then I have some chopped pecans. You can do chopped walnuts if you want. I love pecans on this one. So I'm just going to add a little layer to the bottom, and now I'm going to add in my batter, and I'm just going to try and put this in as evenly as I can. I'm going to bake this in the oven for about 45 to 50 minutes. Scrape all of this out before we bake it, kind of flatten it a bit. And this is so good. So I'm going to bake this in the oven. And while that is baking, I'm going to make a rum sauce to pour over the top. So I have a stick of butter. So I melted that butter. Now I'm going to add in some sugar, a cup of sugar. So it's going to be a really yummy glaze. I have my rum that I'm going to add in. I have some water as well. And I'm going to give this a whisk. I like to make this bundt cake the day before or even 2 days before I want to serve it, so that it has lots of time to set up and really soak in all of the rum. I'm using a little wooden skewer to poke holes all the way through this so that when I pour in this mixture, it can really seep in there into that cake. So I'm going to use half the mixture on the bottom, and then I'm going to give that a little bit to seep in, and now I'm going to pour the mixture onto the top after I poke some holes all the way through. So just small, skinny little holes so that we can get this yummy glaze mixture all the way into this cake. So this is so good. And like I said, you'll want to make this about a day ahead of time so that this can set up and really soak in this yummy, yummy glaze, this yummy flavor. So this one's always a huge hit, and it would be so perfect for any 4th of July gathering that you have going on. Everyone loves this one. Here it is, all done, ready to go. Can't wait to cut into it. I'm starting this one off with a yellow cake mix, and I am going to be making some cookie bars. These are going to be some Heath bar cookie bars. So I have 1 egg for this one and 1/2 cup of oil, but I'm using vegetable oil. Give this a mix, and it's going to be a nice thick dough for this one. So I'm going to just mix it all, make it nice and thick. So now I have my baking dish, my 9x13. I'm spraying it with my cooking spray, and I have about 2/3 of the dough, and I'm gonna put it onto the bottom. I'm gonna smash it down into a nice thin layer. I have some sweetened condensed milk. I'm going to pour this over the cookie dough, and this is so good. This one is a huge hit. It is just perfect for any party that you want to take this to. Everybody always loves this one. So I'm going to do a layer of mini chocolate chips. I just love the mini chocolate chips. You can do regular chocolate chips also. I have some Heath bar pieces, and these are just the toffee pieces, so they don't have chocolate on them like some Heath bar pieces do. So I'm topping that with the cookie pieces. I'm going to add a little bit more of the chocolate chip to the top of that. And then once I have these chocolate chips all spread out, I'm going to use the rest of the dough that I have left. I'm just going to crumble it into some small pieces on top of the Heath bar and the chocolate chips. And then I'm going to bake this in the oven at 350 degrees for about 20 to 25 minutes. Look how this turns out. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Cut it into bars. It's a huge hit. I have a Devil's Food cake mix for this one, and I'm going to be making a poke cake. I love poke cakes. They are so fun. They have so much flavor, so many awesome things you can do with poke cakes. So I'm just making the cake according to the package directions. I have my eggs, my water, and my oil. Super simple, not adding anything different at this point. Give it a good mix, and I do have my oven preheated to 350 degrees once this is all ready to go. So I'm going to spray my baking dish, add in this yummy chocolate cake, and I'm just going to bake it according to the package directions. So I am going to let that bake. Now that it's done, I'm going to use the back of I'm using a wooden spoon, and I'm just going to poke holes all the way around this cake. So you can use a wooden spoon. Some people use like a straw, however you want to poke the holes. I have this jet puffed marshmallow mix, and I microwaved it for a little bit to make it a little bit more runny so I can spread it into these holes a little bit better. So I'm just kind of drizzling it in and getting the holes as much as I can. So this is a s'mores poke cake, and anything s'more in the summertime is just wonderful. We love s'mores, and they just remind me of the 4th of July and summer. So that's why this one is so perfect for 4th of July. I have some Cool Whip. It is defrosted. So I'm just going to spread this evenly over the top and spread it out with my little spatula. And this is just a really great topping for this. Now I have my graham crackers because this is s'more. So I have to have, of course, all the s'more ingredients. So I'm going to crumble these up just in my bag. You can crush these really however you want, whatever's easiest for you. I like to do it in the bag because it's not as messy. So just spread these over the top. This one is so good. My kids absolutely love it, and they always want me to make it all the time. So this one is a huge, huge hit. Sprinkle over some little mini chocolate chips. It looks great. It's so perfect for 4th of July. This one is a huge hit. So I have a lemon cake mix for this one. So I'm adding in my lemon cake mix. I'm going to add in my eggs as well. So I have my 2 eggs. This is going to be a blueberry thumbprint cookie. I have a 1/3 cup of my vegetable oil. Going to give this a mix. And then once this batter is all ready, I will form these into the balls, and then I'm going to do a little thumbprint on these. So lemon and the blueberry combination is really perfect for summertime. Like I mentioned, I love lemon desserts in the summer. They are just so, so good. I just love making them, and I love bringing them to any kind of function that we're going to as well. So I am going to form my cookie balls, and this is going to make about 2 dozen cookies. And so I'm going to line these onto my baking mat lined cookie sheet. I do have my oven preheated to 350 degrees. So now that these are all rolled up, I'm going to use the back of my little cookie scoop to press down a little hole in the center. You can use your fingers. You can use whatever you'd like. And now I have this blueberry fruit spread. And I'm just going to use a little spoonful and add it into the little hole. And like I said, this is such a great combination with the blueberry and the lemon. It's just so, so good. So once I have this blueberry fruit spread on here, I'll bake these in the oven for 10 to 12 minutes, and then they will be all set, ready to go. Cake mix cookies are so easy, and they turn out so, so good. I make them all the time. So here these are. These are so tasty. So I'm going to be making some Butterfinger cookies, and these are really so easy and so, so good. So I have my yellow cake mix. I have my 2 eggs, and I love adding different things into my cake mix cookies. There's a lot of different options you can add into this. So this one's going to be a Butterfinger one, and I just think it's perfect for summertime and really, really great for the 4th of July. This is always a huge, huge hit. Just everyone loves Butterfinger candy pieces. So now that I have my batter all mixed up, I will add the Butterfinger pieces, these little Butterfinger bites, into the batter. So I'm going to use, you can do a cup, however much you want, really, half a cup to a cup, depending on how much you want. But add that in, give it a mix around, and then this is so simple and always so, so good. So once this is mixed, I'll add it to my baking mat lined cookie sheet, and then this will be ready to go. So I always use a baking mat. You can use parchment paper if you want, but a baking mat for me is just really super easy cleanup, which I love easy cleanup. I love easy recipes. So if you're new to my channel, make sure you click subscribe. I love sharing my easy recipes with you. I share multiple videos a week, so make sure you subscribe to my channel if you are new. So now that I have all these cookies, I'm going to bake this in the oven for about 10 to 12 minutes. There they are. I'm going to do another version of cake mix cookies. I'm starting with my yellow cake mix once again. I have 2 eggs that I will add in, and this is going to be a Snickerdoodle cookie. So I have my 1/3 of a cup of vegetable oil, give this a little whisk for the eggs, and then I will mix it around. And this batter is just so easy and it's so versatile. There's so much that you can do with cake mix cookies. I just absolutely love it. So now I have some sugar, 1/4 of a cup. I have some cinnamon as well. And I am going to mix these 2 together. And then this is just the topping for my Snickerdoodle cookies. So give this a little mix, and then I will roll up these cookies into balls, and then I will roll it into the cinnamon sugar mixture. I've always loved Snickerdoodle cookies, and these ones turn out so good. Cake mix cookies are really nice and soft on the inside, which is my favorite. And then they aren't too crispy on the outside, but they're just nice and soft on the inside, which I love. And they turn out every single time. Every cake mix cookie I have made just always turns out wonderful. They're super, super easy, and I just love that they're basically foolproof. You can add so many different things to these, so I love them. I baked these for 10 minutes at 350, and they are amazing, so delicious. I hope that you enjoyed these cake mix hacks that I am so happy to share with you for the 4th of July, give you some ideas on what to make for your 4th of July get-togethers and your summer parties. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you're new, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.